All right, let's dive right in. Today, we're breaking down the official sales playbook for selling Raia inside our own house, the CSI business units. Think of this as your guide to absolutely mastering the sales narrative so you can leverage our ultimate unfair advantage. Let's get to it. So, let's kick things off with the most critical question, the one you have to have the answer to before you even step foot in a meeting. What is the number one single most important rule of selling our AI platform to our colleagues across CSI? Because it's really a mindset shift that changes the entire conversation. And here it is. This is the core idea, the whole thing right here. You are not just another vendor trying to push a product. You're an insider, you're a partner, and you're offering a strategic advantage that literally no one on the outside can possibly match. When you frame every conversation around this single idea, everything else just falls into place. Now, to offer that advantage, we first have to really understand the challenges our internal clients are up against. Look, business units all across CSI are eager to get going with AI, but they're often walking straight into a minefield of risks and delays when they try to go it alone or look outside the family. And believe me, these aren't just hypotheticals. These are the real-world roadblocks we see our colleagues slam into time and time again. You've got massive legal hurdles, security reviews that seem to go on forever, and the very real danger of getting locked into a vendor. All this does is distract their core teams and pushes any chance of a real ROI months, if not years, down the road. And this is where you come in. You're not just offering a solution to these problems. You are the solution. Our position as the trusted, pre-vetted insider isn't just some nice talking point. It's the absolute foundational pillar of your entire pitch. And this slide tells that story perfectly. You have to tell our origin story. We started right here, inside CSI, proving our value in the trenches with multiple business units. Our success wasn't a theory, it was battle-tested. And that's exactly why corporate elevated us, invested in us, and made us the one and only officially approved AI platform for the whole organization. This story gives you instant credibility and authority. We just eliminate the biggest roadblock from day one. I like to call this the risk reduction close. Think of it like a race. Any other vendor is starting from a dead stop, facing this massive wall of legal and security reviews. But Raia, we're already at the finish line. We're pre-approved. That is a time-to-value advantage that nobody else can even claim. And that pre-approval, it's all built on a foundation of trust. I mean, just think about the kind of sensitive projects our BUs are tackling. AI agents that might need access to source code or that can embed it deep inside their core products. You have to ask them, who are you going to trust with that? Some external company? Or us, their partner, who shares the exact same level of accountability? Okay, so let's see how this insider advantage really builds into our key differentiators. Once you've established that foundation of trust and compliance, you've got to draw a really clear line in the sand between Raia and the big tech players or any other alternatives they might be thinking about. This is my absolute favorite analogy. The big tech companies, your Microsofts, your Amazons, they give you a set of tools. It's a powerful Swiss Army knife for sure, but at the end of the day, it's still just a box of parts. Raia is different. We don't give you tools. We give you a trained, deployed workforce of AI agents that are ready to execute business processes from day one. And that brings us to the most common objection you are going to hear. But we already use Copilot. Your answer should be, that's fantastic. It means your team is already AI ready. Then you use this framework. See, Copilot is a tool for individual productivity. It answers a question. Raia is a platform for business automation. It executes a process. They aren't competitors, they're complementary. And Raia is the next logical step. Now you use that distinction to frame a critical strategic question. It's a great technique. Ask them to just imagine their world 3 years from now with dozens of AI agents running crucial parts of their business. Then you ask, who do you want owning that intellectual property? An outside vendor who profits from controlling you, or inside partner who profits from enabling you? With Raia, they control their own future.
Okay, so we've covered strategy, we've covered trust, and differentiation. Now let's talk about the payoff. This is where you pivot the conversation to concrete, measurable business value and, yes, financial impact.
You want to start with a number that just hits them, something tangible, like this one, a 30% reduction in the time it takes to close a support ticket. That is a number every single business leader understands immediately. It translates directly to cost savings, efficiency, and way happier customers. And here's how you make it their number. This is the math close. You walk them through it using their own data. So you have 50 reps handling 2,000 tickets a month? Great. A 30% reduction in handle time means you're saving hundreds of thousands of dollars in the very first year. See? You're not just selling a platform, you're building their business case with them, right there in the room. And finally, you de-risk the whole decision with what I call the quick win close. You show them an incredibly fast path to value. We start with something high impact, like a support agent, so they see deployment in a matter of weeks. They see measurable ROI in just a few months, and they can confidently scale across their business unit all within the first year. And when you get to the budget conversation, you use the cost comparison close. Frame Raia not as just another software expense, but as the smartest alternative to a very expensive headcount. For a fraction of the cost of hiring just one senior AI developer, who is a single point of failure, by the way, they get a hardened enterprise platform, a full services team, and limitless scale. It's an OpEx-friendly decision that just makes sense. So let's bring it all home. We've talked ROI, trust, and speed. The final piece of the narrative is all about the priceless, unique benefits of our partnership, what we call the true CSI multiplier effect that no external vendor can ever hope to offer. Yeah, this is the stuff that money can't buy. With us, when one team learns something new, the entire CSI family benefits. Our platform gets stronger and stronger because we also compete commercially, out in the wild. And most importantly, by adopting Raia, you're positioning them to become an innovation leader within the entire CSI ecosystem. And this last point, this is the ultimate expression of our commitment. Just ask them this question. With those faceless big tech corporations, they're just another number on a spreadsheet. With Raia, they get boardroom-level commitment. And that's not just a sales tactic. It's the honest truth of our partnership model. It's the CSI advantage in its purest form. So I'm going to leave you with this. Every single time you walk into a meeting, ask yourself this question. Are you there to sell a piece of software? Just another tool for their tech stack? Or are you there to deliver the full strategic, financial, and competitive advantage that only comes from being part of the CSI family? Go deliver the advantage.